Hi guys, it's Sarah from Lola Rose 9314, and today I'm joined here by my boyfriend Russ. Say hi, Russ.
Hi again. We just finished a tube tag, so
Yeah,
we're moving on to the next. See how that works out.
we just finished the boyfriend girlfriend channel. Done. Okay, so we just finished the boyfriend girlfriend tag, which I'm gonna be uploading with this one. So right now, since we're both Star Wars nerds. Hey, you're a Star. Hey, I love Star Wars too, just not as much as you do. Okay.
Okay.
He gives me that look because I don't want to watch The Force Awakens when there's like 3,000 million people there.
Babe, I've never gotten you to sit down for the original trilogy with me.
Well, hey, I watched it with my dad. Star
I, I'm,
Wars.
I'm not. No. Mm-mm.
Okay, since I think I'm a Star Wars nerd and my boyfriend is a Star Wars nerd, we're gonna be doing the Star Wars book tag. So, question one, we're gonna each be answering all these. Okay, so question one, R2D2, a book that made you laugh out loud. And since my boyfriend's new to this channel, let's start with him.
R2D2, a book that made you laugh out loud.
Yes.
Good Omens. Crap. What was the author's name? Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman, and there was another author, and they wrote this book, Good Omens, which was basically a spoof of The Omen, and it was awesome. So I'm assuming, honestly, from what I know of R2D2, that he would have, a similar sense of humor in that particular department because it was so sardonic. It was amazing, so sarcastic.
Okay. And for my book for this one, a book that made me laugh out loud, I don't really read a lot of funny books, but if I had to pick one, it'd be Vampire Academy because Rose is so sarcastic, and the way her and Dimitri banter is so hilarious. Or Demon Kiss by H.M. Ward because I love hilarious couple banter. Or Magnus. There's a lot of funny books. I think the most recent one was Magnus Chasing the Gods of Asgard because Magnus is so hilarious. Just by himself. He doesn't even need to play off anyone. He's just hilarious in general. Okay, so question two. Padme. Who is your favorite kick butt female character?
Definitely not Padme. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people will hate me for that, but no. Um, from a book series. There are a few. I'm gonna go with a cop out here, and again, probably get a bunch of hate because there are so many different options here out there. But I'm gonna say Hermione Granger.
Oh, Hermione isn't that bad. I like Hermione. With my female character, I don't want to cop out again and say Rose Hathaway because she is my favorite female protagonist of all time. Because Vampire Academy. Um, so I'm gonna go with another kick butt female character that I just read this year, and that is Helene from An Ember in the Ashes. She's just so kick ass, and the way she protects Elias is amazing. And most people give her a bad rep just because she's pretty much set in her ways because that's how she was raised. But I actually enjoy her, and the way she can just kick any guy's ass is so funny. Funny. Team Elias. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Elia and Elias shippers. Okay. So, question three. Is that supposed to be Leia?
Yeah, Leia Organa.
Well, did they even spell
They
it?
spelled it right.
Oh, okay. Best or worst love triangle? Can we do like both? Let's do both. Okay. So what was your favorite love triangle and what was the worst one? If you even like love triangles, babe.
I don't. They don't really make much sense to me. Um,
Okay, so
honestly, the worst love triangle. I'm gonna have to actually quote Star Wars there a bit, and it wasn't really a triangle. It was Leia trying to make Han jealous by kissing who at that time she didn't know was her brother. You know, yeah, I wouldn't call it much of a triangle, but in all honesty, I'm kind of tired, so I'm kind of winding down here, so my brain's kind of bleh.
Okay. And since he doesn't like any love triangles, let's not make him answer the best one. Okay, so starting off with the worst love triangle for me has got to be Callie, Ren, and Simon, I believe his name is, from the Nightshade series. Simon is just so much of an annoying fucking character. He's unlikable, and he's pretty much a little bitch, so why would anyone like him? You could say he's like the Jacob of Twilight. And no, I'm not a Team Jacob fan. So sorry, Team Jacob / not sorry.
Okay, yeah. Worst triangle. Seriously. No.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
No. I don't understand the
Yeah.
draw of that series, but then again, I'm not the target audience for it, so
Even I didn't like Twilight, babe. And I gotta say, let's see. Ooh. There goes my boyfriend. There goes. There he goes. Ooh. And let's see, the best love triangle for me. God, I don't mind love triangles like my boyfriend does. It's just I can't think of a really good one that I actually really liked both guys in.
it's almost 5 already.
Jeez. Ugh. This one's a tough one actually because I usually like them with the first person they chose. Best love triangle. God damn. This one is a hard question.
You realize you don't have to answer all of them. You can kind of say, hey, I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah. God. Okay. Okay. Did I read any? Okay. I'm just gonna say I don't have a favorite because there's just like I have no clue. I really don't. Okay. Luke Skywalker, rising star author that you discovered and absolutely loved.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. I'm not a booktuber, and I haven't picked up a new series in a few years, so I'm gonna opt out of this one.
And for this one, for me, Tamara Islandstone, I discovered her this year, and Every Last Word was my favorite novel of 2015. So, that one. Ooh, then we get to Anakin Skywalker. Hey, I liked Anakin. Somewhat.
Okay, just
A book or series that started out well and then became bad.
I know of several TV series.
Okay, let's just do a TV series.
Lost.
Oh God.
Or Heroes.
Oh yeah, Heroes was just so bad.
It started so wonderfully, and then we were just happy that it ended.
I wasn't a fan of Lost, even though my homeboy in
that first episode was amazeballs.
I agree, the first episode, but after that, it kind of lagged on a little bit. It's like, geez, does no one know where this fucking island is?
Yeah.
Seriously.
And yeah, it's not just books we're talking about. Boo hoo. I'm sure most of you were cool with it, but for those of you that it was like, oh, it's a booktube.
No.
You do realize most of what makes it a television and movies were at first books. Who'd have thought?
Vampire Diaries, which I review every Thursday. It's just, I'm promoting myself here. I know it's cheesy.
I know.
Yeah, which I do Vampire Diaries recap, so yay, Vampire Diaries. And by the way, the book sucks.
Oh, and yeah, and I know I'm gonna catch a bit of flack for this. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. In all honesty,
Oh.
it was one of those shows that it had its bright and shiny moments. I mean, it won awards for a freaking reason, but a good chunk of it was just a matter of having a ever-loving crap ton of potential, and then just instead of evolving as a show, it kept trying to bring about the same teenage drama with older and older characters. I mean, yeah, I, like many people, have a very high respect for Joss Whedon. I won't say I love the man. I don't know him personally or any of that crap. No. But for Christ's sake, buddy, you did so much better on Angel than you did on Buffy. It actually, the Angel one actually ended where it was supposed to. You know, where it genuinely felt right. You could have ended Buffy when they graduated high school. And everything after that it just felt so forced that you had so much potential to do so much with it. I mean, I write Buffy the Vampire Slayer fiction, but, like fan fiction, but, I passed the fourth, was it the fourth or the third season when they graduated high school? Past that, though, I just kind of gave up on it. I mean, like I said, you just tried to rehash the same, and I know you weren't the main writer. I know that. You should have fired some of those writers. The characters did not evolve particularly well with their ages, with their changing lives. At least, okay, that's just my personal opinion. Many people will disagree. This was just me thinking out loud. Okay, so let's get back to this. We're branching off a little too much.
Okay, and for
You went a little far for that
one. It's fine. And for a book that started out good for me, that just lost its luster, was a House and Night series. This series had so much potential to be a good book, and for most of the series, it was just a lot of the authors just going like, hey, I'll toss out this into here and this into here and this into here, and it's just some random ass shit that doesn't even belong in a story. It's kind of like reading someone's diary and then them running down, and I'm going to the refrigerator to get a glass of milk. It was kind of like reading someone's diary instead of actually reading a story, and it made me feel really weird and awkward, and it just fell apart in shambles. Not to mention, Zoe is the most annoying protagonist ever. She is so whiny, and she makes me feel the opposite of girl power. She's kind of like the vampire version of Bella Swan before she
That's a little mean, but okay.
No, I think she's worse than Bella Swan because at least I can stand Bella Swan.
Okay.
And for TV series, since we're doing TV series, I gotta say Degrassi for this one, mostly.
Isn't that Degrassi?
Degrassi. I don't know how.
Degrassi.
Degrassi, whatever it is.
Degrassi.
It has. I think it is on its 17th season right now. Come on, guys.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
I thought that was
really.
canceled years ago.
No, it keeps on coming out with seasons, and I don't know how. Okay.
It's like, who the hell is still watching this? You're 40. Get out of your mom's basement.
Number 6. Since I don't want to butcher the name.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Worst character death. You could do TV or a book on this one, babe. Or both. Like I'm gonna do because I watch a lot.
Worst character. Oh, Oh, it's a Netflix series called Marco Polo, and when Yusuf, the when Kublai Khan's Minister of War, Yusuf, died because he was trying to save Marco's life and trying to keep his king and the kingdom he'd served whole and intact. He sacrificed himself. He sacrificed his own life. And the build up to that and his actual death, there is no shame in saying it. They did such a good job. It was so convincing, and I was so sad because he was my favorite character. I was bawling like a freaking baby. I was like, "Oh, you fucking bastards!" And oh man, that was just like daggers to the heart. It was bad. I loved that guy. He was.
He's even getting emotional just talking
Shut
about
up.
it. Do you have a book, Deb, that you can't get over?
Honestly, I'd say Snape.
Oh, yeah.
And I know Harry Potter cop out. You're not a real booktube. I freely admit to the fact I'm not a real booktube. I enjoy books. I have many books. But do I constantly read? No. Do I pick up a book every once in a while and go through it? Yes. There's a difference.
Snape.
I'm not exactly. I'm good.
Okay, so now that my boyfriend just mentioned the Harry Potter series, I actually got a movie dev, a TV series dev, and a book dev. So the book dev that I'm still not over is Heath Luck from the House of Night series. He was the only boy I would actually get behind Zoe being with, and he made her 10 times less annoying by telling her how fucking annoying she was. And I'm just over here like, oh my god, I hate Stark. I hate Eric. I hate Kelowna. I hate every other guy she's with except Heath, and then the one love interest that you make me love, even though he's a fucking idiot at times, you kill off. I'm sorry, that's where your book lost its charm, when you kill off the lovable idiots.
This is true, though. For those of you trying to write a book or a screenplay or what have you, the lovable idiots that are kind of integral to the rest of the character base, I mean, once you kill them off, if they're that tied into things, once you kill them off, the tone of your story has got to change. Like, in a drastic way, it's got to change.
And they tried to do it in a drastic way, and their books went to shit.
And you've got to handle it well. Seriously. Just a word of advice. I mean, I'm not an actual novelist, so what the hell do I know? But seriously, give it some thought. Lovable idiots kind of make or break stories or series or what have you.
And I think for the TV character death I'm still not over is Dexter's wife from Dexter. I can't remember her name, but it was so iconic of her getting killed and then, the blood in the bathtub and the baby being covered with its own mother's blood. It was just, I'm not over it. And then the movie death, since my boyfriend mentioned Harry Potter, it's Snape, but it's also, I'm gonna get set to hell for
Old
this.
guy?
No, it's not Dumbledore. Was it Fred or George?
Oh, Fred.
Yeah, Fred. I think it was Fred.
Oh, God.
I was gonna say Fred, and I
sucked.
wanted to make sure, but when Fred died, I was just, oh my god, that fucking sucks. I'm so used to seeing them together, and then when he died, I'm just all like, oh god.
World ended. Not good.
Not good, not good. Why? Why do you have to die, you fucking bastard?
I don't think he was given much of a choice, babe.
I know, but when Voldemort died, yay. Boo. Although, I really just want to say best character death for this one has to go to Joffrey from Game of Thrones.
/ A Song of Ice and Fire.
I hate Joffrey. That was the most satisfying. Okay.
Moving on.
Han Solo, a book with a lot of sass.
The Martian.
Have you read The Martian?
I've gone through it. He's funny. He's creative. He's sarcastic. It's fantastic.
I'm over here like, when did you get The Martian? I want to read that.
I went through it online. Don't judge.
Oh, okay. Dang. I want to read The Martian. A book with a lot of sass. Oh god. I'm gonna go with The Game of Love and Death because Flora was such a sassy character. And I can't say Rose Hathaway because my go-to answer can't be Rose Hathaway for like everything. So yeah, Flora was definitely sassy, and every time Ethan come along trying to go, well, you need a man, she's like, I don't need no fucking man. So I liked her. Empire.
Emperor Palpatine.
Emperor Palpatine. Best world building.
The Lego Movie.
Oh god.
Hey, it works on so many freaking levels. Even literally.
I'm gonna say Harry Potter.
It's gonna be our answer for a few things, isn't it?
Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Or, you know what? Back to the world building one, I'm gonna say the Robert Jordan series.
Ooh.
The books are exhaustive in their detail. They really are. If you're gonna pick up that series, you put away. You're gonna spend all year going through it unless you just read that freaking fast. They're big.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, a book you went in with low expectations and that blew you away.
Dredd, 2012. It was a remake of the Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone, which was based off of the Dredd comic books in the 90s.
Let's see, a book that I had.
In all honesty, it was what. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
It's fine.
It was. I liked it. I like it so much because it was what it was. It didn't try to. It was an action movie. There was blood. There was bullets. There was fighting. It was what it was. It wasn't trying for some deep angle or storyline. It was an action movie. That was it. And I'm a big Carl Urban fan. I like a lot of his roles.
Okay. And then for my answer, it's gonna be Demon Kiss by H.M. Ward. I had low expectations going into this book, mostly because I never really read a book from an indie author, so I was a little bit wary about that. But when I started reading the story, Ivy's story, and her love interest of Colin, I was just simply blown away by this love story. Never have I wanted two people to kiss as much as I did them. And they just couldn't because, yeah, soul-sucking demon and all.
Yeah.
Okay, 10, Yoda, a book that taught you something about something, or that made you grow up. A book that taught you something or that made you grow up.
There was a typo.
There was a typo in that. Okay.
How about you go, and I'll think on it.
Okay, for this one, I'm gonna say 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. This tells the story of Hannah and, well, actually, it tells the story of Clay, and this girl in his class, Hannah, just recently committed suicide. She sends cassette tapes through to him, explaining the 13 reasons why she killed herself, and for this one, it blew me away, mostly because it taught me that just this one tiny little thing could impact a person's decision about suicide. So I have to say that one, in actuality, taught me a lot.
Um. I forget who the author was, but it was a short story called "The Hills Like" or "Hills Like White Elephants," I believe. And it was this couple sitting down. You know, they were having coffee, or wait, was it coffee or booze? It's been years since I've read it, but the woman's pregnant. This guy is trying to break it off with her, and say blah 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 blah, trying not to look like a total asshole, even though he is, because he knows she's pregnant, and he's still trying to leave. And she's like, "Well, will you be back?" and what have you. And it left that impression of, sack up, dude. You had a responsibility. Your fun led to, you being a father. Get your head out your ass and get to it. And I know I'm horribly misrepresenting the story. It's a classic for a reason, because you can read so much into it. But that's what I took out of it. And the hills like white elephants. I'd have to look it up. It's been, like I said, it's been years.
Yeah.
But yeah, it basically, it's like, dude, you help make the kid. Sack up. Suck it up, Buttercup. You got a job to do.
Yep. Okay, and then last but not least, Darth Vader. Who's your favorite villain?
I'm gonna go with and for those of you who have watched the now canceled show Chuck, it was an amazing show. I loved it. I mean, the last season was kind of
yeah.
You could tell they were running out of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But the bad guy, Alexei Volkov, I loved him. He was funny. He was sarcastic. He was brilliant. He was merciless. It was one of those guys that made you laugh while he was killing people. And that sounds horrible, but just his brand of crazy, I just loved it. And yeah, I was sad to see that arc end, actually, because after that arc, it just kind of went downhill. Yeah. That was their last great hurrah, I think.
Okay. Ooh, favorite villain for me. Book villain-wise, everyone knows it's Nefret from the House of Night series, mostly because Zoe is an annoying protagonist. So it's horrible whenever you want the protagonist to die. And you're rooting for the villain who's trying to kill them. And you're rooting for the villain that is trying to kill them. I was rooting for Nefret. I was like, yeah, you go, girl.
Yeah.
It also doesn't help that Nefret has reasons as to why she's a villain. So, yeah. As for other series, got lovable villains. There are just so many lovable villains out there. Oof. It's a hard one. I don't think I liked any villain on Game of Thrones.
No, those villains are generally pretty horrible.
Yeah, those ones are horrible. Oof. I guess my favorite new villain has got to be the Commander from An Ember in the Ashes. She's just so fucking cruel, and I can't believe it. But she does cruelty so well. She really does. She's written so villainously. Haha, new word.
I don't believe it's a new word, but okay.
Oh. And as for movie, oof. God. Can I lie and say that one guy from Austin Powers? He's just so good.
Dr. Evil.
Yes, can I say Dr. Evil?
You can if you want to. He's one of my favorites.
Oh, and then the Joker.
Open the freaking door! I just want sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their freaking heads.
Oh, and then the Joker. Definitely the Joker.
Okay. Anything else?
Right. And Poison Ivy. And I think that's it. Well, is Poison Ivy really a villain? Or is she an anti-hero?
She is considered a villain. Catwoman is more an anti-hero.
Okay, guys. That was it for the Star Wars book tag. I tag everyone to do this tag. And I will see you guys later. Bye.
Alright.